listeners, and welcome to Day 5 of Quartzfest 2026. This is Chris, KR1SS. Good morning. The weather for the day right now is about 46 degrees. We're going to have a high of 71 with a low of 50. Winds our skies will be a mix of clouds and sun throughout the day, turning to cloudy this afternoon, with winds 5 to 10 out of the north. And tonight winds will be light and variable again, so another good night for a campfire. And thanks to Eric and Randy and Carrie for starting that fire for us. Over to Gordo for words of wisdom and the schedule of the day. WB6NOI. Good morning, Gordo. Go ahead.
And good morning to the net. Good morning to you, Chris and Lynn. And we've got a full day of activities. Parks on the Air, and that'll be a POTA, and you're going to be driving to Kofa Park. And the big deal is you're going to meet this morning at 8:30 in the morning, along with SOTA, and that's Summits on the Air. When instead of driving, they're going to hike to Cunningham Peak after they've driven a little bit there, and they too will be meeting at the bulletin board. So make sure that you are part of the POTA or the SOTA, or else you're going to take an unexpected walk or a nice view of the park. One is going to meet by the registration entrance right there by the board, and the other will meet right there at the bulletin board. Chris, did I get that right? Who's going to meet where?
Stand by, let me flip the page.
So POTA is going to meet west of the registration tent, and SOTA is going to meet east of the registration tent at the bulletin boards, just so that they're both following the right people where they're going. WA6ZMT.
Thanks, Don.
And all of us, Don, thank you for the great job you've been doing on getting the schedule scheduled and getting it up and getting it renewed often. Thank you, Don. What a job. All right, so POTA and SOTA, we'll see you after you get back, and you can tell us all about it, and we'll be on the air if you need to make contact. At 9 o'clock, we're going to be starting our generators. No. We're going to be talking about our generators. Do you change the oil regularly? Do you need to exercise them at least once a month? Jerry Brown is going to talk all about ONAN generators, which many of us have, and the electrical system feeding it, and solar cells. So your solar system and feeding your generator and just maintaining that ONAN generator, that'll be an interesting topic at 0900, taking place at the Fire Ring Area 1. At the same time, ladies, YLRL meeting and presentation with Vicki. Debbie and Gary are instructors for ham radio. They had to leave out yesterday afternoon, so you'll still have a great meeting of YLRL in Area 2 by the testing unit. Area 3, Tom is going to tell us in 6 Bravo Tango all about interesting things of antennas that many of us probably didn't even realize. That's going to also take place at 0900 at the big screen area, Area 3. At 10:30, we'll have 3D printing for ham radio, and Alan will bring up some new ideas on how you can combine 3D printing as well as ham radio, and that'll be in Area 2. 12 o'clock is our noon net, and there's always things coming up that we'll add, so be sure and tune in to the noon net. And at the same time, folks will be forming up in front of WM7X's RV, which is just west of Area 1. It's by where the big motorhomes are sequestered. And you'll see the WM7X. This is Stephen, who several years ago says, I want to get more involved in ham radio. And I said, well, you know, we do little testing here and papers are flying away. Maybe you should take advantage of the digital side of testing. And that's exactly what he did to become the country's largest offering of digital exams 7 days a week from morning till late afternoon. His team of hundreds of volunteer examiners, of which 5 or 10 will come up on Zoom, are there. And if you want to learn more about how to get involved with Stephen's WM7X testing through the American Radio Relay League, then show up at about 1 o'clock. I'll be there. I have my WM7X shirt on today, Stephen, so we'll be there to greet you at his big motor home. 2 o'clock, we'll talk about ham sticks, and many of us operate ham sticks for both portable, even mobile all the time, and this will be ham sticks for a portable dipole. That's going to be at Area 1, thanks to Dave Smith, W6DPS. So ham sticks and the maintenance of them, such as you don't take that stainless steel stinger and jam it down this hollow shaft, because on some the ham sticks made up, they've got a little wire in there that gets broken. You'll learn all about that. Also, 2 o'clock in Area 2, crocheting, thanks to Marcia. Marcia's really been working hard, and that'll take place from Area 2. At 15:30, of course, it's happy hours and prizes, and I have some of my GW books that will be given away, so we sure hope that you'll show up for your 3:30 happy hour daily prizes. And then get out your tambourines, your banjos, your ukuleles. It's joining Russell. Russell Decker comes to Quartzfest every year, takes some days to get here. One time he was on his way here, and he separated from his trailer he was hauling, but they both made it out fine. Oh yeah, the trailer came to a stop, luckily on the side of the freeway, while Russ was still, and his cat were still continuing on. He will have the hootenanny of all hootenannies starting about 4:30 right at the main fire ring. And if you've never been to Russell's hootenanny, he is a professional instructor of guitar and music, and he's going to have about 8 or 9 of you joining. And if you'd like to join him and you play anything, something, join Russell and me in singing for the hootenanny tonight at about 4:30. Tomorrow, I just want to add, tomorrow is the American Radio Relay League's top brass coming down, almost tip-top brass coming down. Dick Norton had alternate plans, but we've got the vice director coming, and we need your support. We sure hope all of you will wear your ARRL pins if you have them, and as I will, we're going to ask about Year of the Clubs, and what's the real story to be able to get in there and part of growing your club and growing ham radio. And if you would, I need support from all of you to bug all of the ARRL folks on instructors. Those of you that teach classes, we want to combine this with Year of the Clubs for my reason to bring your information up to date so we can put you on the new ham radio instructor list from the American Radio Relay League, a newsletter from me once a month. So that's the story at this end. I'll let Don and Chris maybe correct if I've got any places goofed up. See you at the fire rings or nearby. WB6NOA. Chris, back to you.
Well, thank you, Gordo, for the rundown. Excuse me. Area 3 tonight at 18:30 or 6:30 was supposed to be mesh networking. However, Nick had medical issues and can't make it, so that's been canceled. For the POTA, that's a Papa Oscar Tango Alpha, meet at 8:30 this morning. We'll be on the, as Don said, on the west side of the registration tent, the welcome tent, and the soda group will meet on the by the bulletin boards. One thing we skipped over, Gordo, was the solar walkabout, and that'll be held by Carter, KH6FV, and you'll meet by the bulletin boards at 1 o'clock for that. So that's our schedule for the day, and thanks for that great rundown, Gordo. Let's shoot it over to Stephen Stephen, WM7X, KR1SS.
Chris, good morning, and hello to everybody else here at Quartzfest. Happy day to you all. I hope you've been enjoying it. I know we have. Gordo, thanks for the lead-up for the VE instructors and the VE teams who are looking to transition to electronic testing. Like you mentioned, thank you very much for the information on the 1 o'clock training session today for those interested in launching your own team to the electronic format. Of course, everything's done electronically, zero paperwork. Over 4,000 applicants tested by our team last year alone with 0 pages wasted. Oh, you might call us tree huggers. Anyway, we'd like to introduce you to that program. And of course, many thanks to the ARRL and their huge support for not only the WM7X testing, but the teams that are onboarding, not just here locally at Quartzfest, but we've already onboarded several this week.
Stephen, I think you timed your radio out.
I probably did. So many thanks to the ARRL for their huge support of our local test team, WM7X, and they'll support yours as well. Massive support for that program. You're going to have a treat with letting exam tools and electronic testing do all of your heavy lifting. Okay, good morning, everybody. We'll send it back to Net Control from WM7X.
Well, thank you, Stephen. And over to Brian, KC6CVO, to find out where on Earth those balloons are. KR1SF.
Chris, I'm going to have to get you a poster. November 6th, Charlie Victor Oscar. But anyways, no big deal. Let's see, the balloon we launched on Monday, it started transmitting this morning about 1 a.m. It was over Algeria, and it's currently over Libya, and it's about to end its day and about to go to sleep. Those of you that like the technical challenge, you could bring up a web SDR in that part of the world and link it over to WSJTX and actually pick up the whisper signals from it. So we're looking forward to that. Once its balloon day completes, I'll print out a new track and put it on the bulletin board so you can actually just look at it without having to look it up. The balloon we launched yesterday during my talk, it was successful in the fact that we wanted to launch it and, see it launch, all the people that came out to watch and to see the talk. Let's see, it did exactly what we thought it did. It got up to about 27,000 feet, picked up a bunch of ice on it, and came back down. So it's down. It's 99% sure that it's probably done. But we'll keep an eye out for it just in case. Anyone that's interested how I knew that it iced up and came down, feel free to grab hold of me, and I'll have a discussion, a technical discussion, how look at the data and can see that. And then finally, I want to just give a quick thanks out to K6RJF Rob, who took me on my very first POTA activation, and we had a great pile-up, and I was really busy, so thank you. That's it from me, N6CVO, back to Net.
Okay, I wrote your call sign down without the KC. Thanks, Brian. I'll get it right yet. Russell, K6YF, talk about the Hootenanny, KR1SS.
Thank you. This is KB6YF. I think Gordo did a great job in presenting all the information. After the happy hour, we'll be setting up. As soon as we set up all of our equipment and get all the musicians together, we're going to present a whole bunch of music for you. So, if you have an early dinner, you can bring it out there and sit out. But the main thing is we need an audience. It's always great to have a big audience to play for, and we're happy to do it. We had a great rehearsal yesterday, and we're looking forward to a wonderful hootenanny tonight. KB6YF.
Okay, thank you, Russell, and as always, Lynn and I will be out there with you to watch as an audience. Nancy, KD7S, to talk about POTA. Are you there, Nancy? Well, nothing heard. How about Hoppy to talk about soda, K6 TNT, KR1SS?
Thank you, Chris. K6TNT Hobby. Okay, if you participate in SOTA in years past, nothing's changed. So just go on autopilot and do it the same as last year. 146.580, that's going to be our coordinating frequency for the drive up and the hike up. So if you're participating or you want to hear us, 146.580. We're going to meet, as in years past, we're just going to try to line up like adults in our cars, or you can walk over to us and we'll try to find you a seat in our cars. West of the bulletin board and south of the bulletin board, so we can go out onto, I think it's La Paz Valley Road, because we're going to go south on 95. I'm in a white full-size Toyota truck, no cab, no extra cab. It's just a plain white Toyota truck. I'm going to be wearing an orange vest, orange scarf, and it should be easy to pick out. And again, 146.580. Last year we had about 16, 17. I don't know how many we'll have this year, probably a few less. But that's it. So it's immediately after it, just go to 146.580 and I'll coordinate everyone in. Thank you. K6 TNT.
Oh, thank you, Javi, and have fun on your hike. We'll try to get on frequency and make contact with you when you get up there. Any comments from net members before we close?
ZMT.
Go ahead, Don.
So Javi just now talked about where to meet, and we've said that the POTA people, to keep them separated from the SOTA people, POTA people would meet west of the registration tent. If he wants to pick a specific place that's farther away from there, we could communicate that, but what he just said was kind of confusing to what we said earlier. Javi, you have a comment?
Yeah, the only comment I'm going to say is nothing's changed for those of us who've done this before. Just go to the same area. You know, there's no street signs out here, no mile markers out here, so just go west of the tent, south of the tent. The main road that comes into Quartzfest is where we'll be parked on. I'll be parked on the side. We're going to form a conga line. It shouldn't be a big group. It never is. It's usually only, 6, 7, 8 cars. And we'll make room, leave some space in between you in case you're in the wrong line. I don't know what's going to happen. And we'll just be adults and coordinate on 146.580 if you're on the SOTA group. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Javi, and that makes more sense. Any more comments from net members before we close?
Q7 Sierra Kilo Hotel.
Javi's saying that the SOTA group is going to meet on the road that is like west of Area 2, the north-south road, and that'll keep them totally separate from the POTA people that are by the registration tent. And I have a question for Russell. I've been asked, what time does the hootenanny end? Because I don't have that on the schedule, and my thought is it's whenever you guys get tired of playing.
Yeah, we've in the past we've had variable times of how long the hootenanny lasted, but usually getting started is after happy hour. We try to get the equipment set up and the microphones, and that takes a little bit of time to get everything situated and get everybody together. And as soon as the music begins, I told everybody yesterday, it'll begin until our hands start atrophying and we can't push down the guitar strings anymore. But we'll have plenty of music.
It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. And the other thing about ending times is Jerry said he had an awful lot to say about Onan generators, RV electrical, and solar systems, and he wouldn't be able to do it in an hour. So if you didn't look carefully at the schedule, you'll find that it says 0900 to 1100. So it's he's done talking about it, and people are done with questions, but it definitely runs into that second hour. And the other thing is at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, we've added a movie, Making Waves in Area 2. I'm told it's a ham rom-com, and whatever, it'll be fun. WA6ZMT.
Okay, thank you, Don. The hootenanny usually goes into hours of darkness, and Eric sets out lights out there so they can see play. Any more comments from net members before we close?
7 Sierra Kilo Hotel.
Sierra Kilo Hotel, go ahead.
Question for Gordo. Gordo, do you have any of your tech books here?
Yes, and they're going to be going to Chris, and yes.
There's a gentleman in town that wants one. Do you know how much they are?
Yes, I'll try and get together with you, and I have one. And no, I don't sell anything here on the scene, so we'll give it to you, and we'll further the cause for ham radio.
Forgot you can't sell things. Oh, and also thank you so much, Gordo. And also, Chuck and I are going to be on Guadalupe with Tobias for the S2S for Cunningham. Okay, that's it. W7SKH.
Okay, thank you, Sue. Anything else for net members or for the net before we close?
KF0IF.
Fox Victor.
Okay, let's go IF first.
Yeah, I was wondering if they're going to have a garbage run today. It's Thursday.
Negative garbage run is tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. KF0IF.
And Rob, go ahead. I'm sorry, I forgot to put you on my list.
Well, that's okay. Nothing new on the antenna walkabout. I think we're all squared away there, but I was just a reminder that I believe the honey truck is coming today, so if anybody missed that, be on that list, I take it.
Yes, the pump out is today. I don't know what time it will be. Yeah, we just go with the flow with whenever they get here. They clean out the porta potties first or restock them, and then they take our list and go one by one throughout camp to empty tanks. So if you need your tanks emptied, make sure you get over to the welcome tent and get on the pump out list. Foxtrot Victor, go ahead.
Yeah, it's Carter, KH6FB for the Solar Walkabout. I have a nice listing of people here to go around and look at their rigs. There's only one I haven't gotten in contact with, KI5's ZUP, but I'll get a hold of her this morning. But we're all set for 1 o'clock at the Blue Tent. Bring a radio, 146.6. And that's it. Back to you, KH6FB.
Okay, thanks a lot, Carter. And anything else for the net before we close?
N9HC.
I think it was N9HC. Go ahead.
Alpha Golf Charlie, automatic gain control. You said that one of the sessions was closed because of sickness, and I missed which one.
That was the one on Mesh Networking this evening at 6:30. That one will not happen.
Thank you very much.
Sierra Foxtrot.
K6TNT, I can take that question.
Go ahead, Avi.
Okay, it's very, very, very steep. Length is no big deal. It's only 1.5 miles up. However, it is very, very steep. There's no landing area where you can rest. There's no straightaway. It's from the moment you get out of your vehicle, you're going to be climbing stairs. So 1,800 feet elevation gain is all I can tell you in 1.5 miles K6TNT.
Anything else for the net before we close?
Kilo Juliet 7 Delta Hotel Yankee.
I think it was Delta Hotel Yankee. Go ahead.
Hi, this question is for Javier also. I had the frequency 146,580 for the drive going out there. What is the frequency for the chasers to hear that coda?
Okay, K6TNT. Okay, so I ask everyone to use 144.100 because that's the Arizona courtesy frequency for SOTA. However, once you get up there, you do what you want. I'm not a I'm not telling everyone what to do. Everyone's on autopilot up there. So they could be on any frequency. And additionally, you got to take into account altitude sickness. Some of us may not be all there up there. It'll take us a while. So we may get on 146550. I can see that happening too, and it has happened. So it just depends. But 144100 is the official answer. K6TNT.
Okay, and I guess that answers the question. Any more comments for the net before we close?
CNT.
Go ahead, Don.
If you're using 146.55, which is our talking frequency here, it would be best if you simply do that to announce a frequency that we can find you on, rather than have the SOTA traffic on 55.
QSL, K6TNT.
Okay, thanks a lot, Don and Hobby. That would be appreciated, so we don't tie up the Quartzfest frequency. Any more comments for net members before we close? Well, hearing nothing, have a wonderful day. The registration tent will be closed today for registrations. However, we are still giving out tickets for the grand prize drawing until noon. For people to register, just go over and see Don at his Adventure Motor Home. KR1SS.